Hi, my name is Christina, and in today's video I will be talking to you about the fire element and a little bit of a yoga practice to smooth out the flow of our heart and small intestine channels, which belong to the fire element. As we're winding down the season of summer and anxieties are coming up about the fall, especially if you have children, family in general, you might be feeling a little bit anxious about all the things that are coming your way. At least that's how I feel right now. And so in order to smooth out the energy of the fire element, we'll start in a seated position. Today's flow is not going to be hard. It's going to be very simple, but just do what you can today for your body, for your mind, and for your emotions. The heart channel runs from the armpit down the anterior aspect of the arm. It goes into the pinky finger, and then the small intestine channel runs on the posterior aspect of the forearm and the arm, goes up the arm into the shoulder blade and also up into the face. Okay, so we'll tap the channels to invigorate them so the energy can flow smoothly with ease, and then we'll do some movement that will stretch and invigorate these channels. So let us begin. Easy seated cross-legged position. If you need a little bit of a prop, you can grab a block. You might use a block later as well. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can also roll up a little blanket underneath your tush to elevate your hips so it's easier to sit in this position. I'll use my right hand to start tapping the heart and small intestine channels. So I'll reach my arm up towards the sky, opening up through the channel by drawing the pinky side or the ulnar aspect of the hand towards the sky, and just gently start to tap into the armpit. And then keep going down the arm, all the way into the forearm, the palm, the pinky finger, and then flip. So you want to tap on the dorsal aspect of the hand, the hard part of the hand. Up the arm, up the back of the arm, up the shoulder and the shoulder blade. There's a lot of acupuncture points on the shoulder blade. And then up the head and into the face. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. So open up the arm by drawing the pinky side of the hand up towards the sky. Left hand gently taps on the armpit. Down the arm, the elbow, the forearm, into the palm, and then flip up the posterior aspect of the arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder and the shoulder blade, up the skull and into the face. And let's do that 2 more times. So rotate internally towards the sky so the pinky finger is facing up. Tap gently into the armpit and then up the arm. If there are any points that are tender for you, feel free to stay there longer, because that means the energy may be stuck there and you want to move it, especially around the elbows and the wrists area. And then posterior aspect from the pinky finger, up the back of the arm, shoulder, shoulder blade, neck, head, face, and then other side. Internal rotation up towards the sky, tap, 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 invigorating the channel, and then tap on the small intestine channel. That's it, head and face. Last one on each side. Rotate internally, tap, 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 up the small intestine channel and into the face. And then other side, last one, tap, 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 into the posterior aspect of the arm, shoulder and shoulder blade, head and the face. That's it. And then from here, walk your right hand out on the outside of your right hip and start to lean to the side a bit. Draw the arm up over the sky and start to side bend to your right. So doing that same movement we just did while tapping, now we're just gently stretching the meridian. And then if you want to deepen, you can walk your right hand further away from the hips, even lowering onto your forearm. So you feel also the stretch on the side aspect of the body as well. Breathing here for a few moments. 2 and 1, and then gently lift up and go to the other side. So walk the left hand away from your hips, reach your right arm internally rotating through the shoulder, opening up through the armpit, through the side aspect of the arm, and feeling the stretch all the way to your right hip. Again, if you did it on the other side, you can lower onto your forearm to deepen the stretch in the side of your ribs. Breathing here for 2 more breaths. 1, 2, and slowly lift up. Very good. And then from here, we'll go onto hands and knees. So start to transition by drawing your palms underneath your shoulders, your hips over your knees, and your heels over your toes. If it feels more natural for you to uncurl your toes, feel free to do that. Okay? So here, we'll draw the left arm out in front and the right leg behind. Take a deep breath in and then reach your left arm and your right leg pulsing upwards 10 times. So we go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, left hand down, right knee down. Other side. Right arm straight out in front of you, left leg behind you, and make this movement happen from your glutes, not so much from your back. As well with the right arm, you want the movement to happen from the shoulder. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release and shift your hips back, going into child's pose, pushing into your fingertips, lifting the forearms off the floor, and maybe releasing the forehead down to relax your neck. Breathe here for 3 breaths. 2. Really breathe all the way, lifting the air up into your armpits. And last one. Release. Come back onto hands and knees. And now we'll add in a little bit of movement here. So left arm reaches up in front of you, right leg behind you. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, left elbow goes out to the side, right knee goes towards the right elbow. And we'll do that 5 times. Inhale, back out. Exhale, squeeze in. 2. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. 3. Inhale, back out. Really push strongly through the knee that's on the floor and the palm. Exhale, squeeze in. Last 2. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Release the left hand, release the right foot. We go to the other side. Right arm out, left leg back, and inhale here. As you exhale, right elbow goes to the side, left knee goes to the left elbow. 1. Inhale, exhale. 2. Inhale, exhale. 3. Inhale, exhale. 4. Inhale and exhale. 5. Very good. Release the right palm, release the left knee, and then shift back into child's pose. Again, push into the fingertips, lengthen through the arms. Really feel the stretch all the way from the pinky finger to your armpit. And release your forehead down. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. From here, we'll come on to our knees. And if you have a block, you can use a block to place it between your hands like this. And the reason for that is because you want to maintain the same distance between your palms the whole entire time. If you don't have a block, you can simply do it really focused, setting your intention that the palms will not move further away or closer towards one another, okay? So we'll start by drawing the arms overhead. This is called shoulder flexion. And I want you to focus on really knitting your ribs in, engaging through the deepest layer of your abdominals. So really knitting as if you have a corset squeezing you in. And as you exhale, focus on not changing the shape in your ribs and your shoulders. And all you gotta do is bend your elbows together at the same time, drawing the palms behind you. And then you inhale and you lengthen up towards the sky. So with a block, it might be easier to maintain that. You reach the arms up. You really engage through the core, you squeeze your glutes, you push the knees into the floor, you take a deep breath in, you press into the block or energetically pressing into an imaginary block, and then start to bend your elbows slowly with ease. 2. Good, inhale, lengthen up and press. 3. And back up. Really keep the shoulders where they are. Keep the ribs knitted. And bend. 5. Straighten. Inhale. And exhale. 6. Inhale. Exhale. 7. Don't let the elbows splay out. They're gonna want to squeeze out to the side, but really squeeze them towards one another. 8. 9. And last one, 10. Slowly reach the arms out in front of you. Release the imaginary block or the block that's actually between your hands. And then from here, we're gonna go into a little stretch to stretch the tops of our shoulders and to stretch the small intestine meridian. So you lie down on the floor, belly down, face down. Lower all the way onto your belly. You can uncurl your toes here. And then from here, bring your right arm out in front of you and across your body. So you're reaching your right arm from the right side all the way to the left. And you're gonna do the same thing with your left arm. Draw it across, so your elbows are crossed, your arms are crossed. And then here, start to pull your palms as if you're gripping the floor and you're trying to pull the floor apart, as if you can draw your hands towards one another. Simultaneously, lift your chest up and breathe here. You should feel the stretch on the superior aspect of your scapula, so the top of your shoulder blade on both sides. Breathing here. You can breathe out through the mouth or breathe out through the nose, but breathe in through the nose. Good, 2 more breaths. This is a simple practice, yet I'm sweating already. Good. One more breath here. And slowly start to release, roll onto the right, bring your left palm to the center, and then we're gonna switch. So your left hand goes first in front of the body, over to the right. Your right arm goes over to the left. Your palms should be level, so even height. Take a deep breath in and then energetically start to pull the hands towards one another while simultaneously lifting your chest up. Breathing here, lengthening through your low back. So if you feel any strain in your low back by lifting your chest, feel free to tuck your tailbone slightly towards the floor. So your pubic bone should be pressing down into the ground. Breathing here. You should also feel your back body engage. So the erector spinae muscles, the muscles that keep your spine upright, are definitely working here. Very good. One more breath. And then slowly roll over onto the left shoulder. Right palm pushes down into the ground, and then slowly unwind yourself. And then from here, curl your toes under. You can either go on to hands and knees or push straight into a plank position. So palms are next to your chest, shoulders are back, elbows are back and squeezing into the body. As you curl your toes, squeeze your legs nice and tight, pull your navel in, and then push straight into a push-up position and a little downward facing dog. Bend your knees, wiggle, wiggle side to side, just lengthening through your legs a bit, through the posterior aspect, your hamstrings, your calves. And then from here, we'll walk forward and we'll come down into a seated position so we can go into a bridge. In a bridge, we'll be working with arms lifting overhead and lowering down for about 10 counts. All right, so let's use this opportunity to reach the arms out in front of us, really plug the feet firmly into the earth, and then slowly start to lower down onto the ground with control, rounding through the back, lowering your sacrum, your low back, mid back, upper back, until your head touches the floor. I'm just gonna scoot forward a little bit. Have your heels close to your sitting bones, your feet are hip width apart. And then from here, start to push into the floor, curl, so your low back is just in a neutral position, and lift your hips up off the floor. And here, reach your arms overhead towards the ground. Inhale here, breathe, and then exhale, slowly release the hips and reach the arms back down. Inhale at the bottom and exhale, reach up into bridge, reach the arms overhead until they can touch the floor. And then again, take a deep breath in here and then exhale with control, lowering back down to the ground, reaching the arms forward and by your sides. And let's do that 5 times total. So this was 2. Inhale and exhale, lift up, arm overhead to the ground. Inhale and exhale, back down. 3. Inhale and exhale, lift. Really push into the feet to engage through the posterior aspect of your back. And exhale down. And one more like this. Inhale and exhale, lift. Reach the arms overhead. Good. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And exhale, slowly release back down. Very good. Hug the knees into the chest and go side to side, releasing any tension in the low back, And then push the knees slightly forward and into the chest, forward and into the chest, massaging your sacrum. At the same time, we're pumping in the armpit area by using our arms, so we're still invigorating the heart and small intestine channel. Very good. A few more times here. That's it. And then curl up and sit back up. Very good. And then we'll go into a little camel pose. So go back onto your knees. And then here, option, curl your toes under. You can either just bring your palms to your low back. You're still working in the armpit area by squeezing your elbows in, opening up the chest, and breathing here for a few moments. You can also reach your arm overhead, really opening up through the entire heart and small intestine channel to reach for your heel. And you can do this one side at a time. If it feels okay on your body, you can do both hands at the same time. And breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming out, back up, palms to chest, sitting bones to your heels, and just gentle wiggle, wiggle side to side to release any compression in the lumbar aspect of your spine, the low back area. Very good. And that's it for today. Very simple routine, invigorating the heart and small intestine channels, winding down in the summer element, toning down any anxiety you may be feeling in your heart space. And I'll see you next time.